much more innovative. And by the way, there is a person called Glazer who's got a roof.
Also, there are 10 out of the 98 MOUs where actually the implementation has happened. The projected investments have taken place, and therefore, which I think is a very remarkable achievement for this state. The other thing that I want to point out is that normally whenever global investor meets happen, as against the projected investments, the actual investments that happen typically, if you see across states, will range anything from 2 to 5%. That's only the strike rate. Whereas already within a period of just over a year, you will be happy to note that more than 25,000 crores has already been invested, which in percentage terms is more than 10%. And the time given to the industries is typically of the order of 3 to 7 years. But already in the second year itself, if you have achieved 10%, more than 10% of your projected investments, it's something that we really need to be proud of. The other thing that I want to point out is that these global investor meets are only events during which time you sign certain MOUs, get some commitments. Some of them don't materialize because these are only memoranda of understanding. There are issues with the investors, their own difficulties in getting financial closure, there could be rethinks. So always typically, a lot of these projects which are signed in global investors meet don't actually fructify. But it's not that we live from one global investor meet to another. As I speak, there are any number of companies that have been approaching us to actually sign up. In fact, I don't want to reveal at this juncture. Very shortly, a very major investment is going to be announced, an MOU will be signed, and there are similar other ones in the pipeline across various sectors. You know the sectors which we are having our strengths in. Of course, we have the two largest manufacturing sectors being represented here, but apart from the automotive sector, for example, for which Chennai is considered to be the Detroit of the East, the other sectors, which we are traditionally strong on, as you know, are heavy engineering, petrochemicals, textiles, leather, electronics, and so on, and IT, of course. However, there are certain sunrise sectors for which we are now actively looking at investments. The next one off the block is aerospace and defense. I'm happy to say that now we are in the process of actually about to launch a major aerospace park in Sriperumbudur. There is a large now critical mass of vendors, manufacturers in the aerospace sector who have come together, and we are pitching together jointly. The government and the industry are planning to now take this particular project to town. In fact, later on this month, we have the major event in the aerospace industry at Bangalore, where we propose to be one of the largest players and market the state, and not just at global investor meets. And I'm happy to say that there are a lot of issues that concern industry are being systematically addressed. One of the issues that industry has been talking about is about the ease of doing business. And I don't want to get into the rankings business because that's one aspect to it. So it's a good wake-up call, but we have issues to the way rankings are typically done. But if you talk about the ease of doing business, yes, there is a lot to be done. We also take inspiration from states that are extremely proactive these days, and I'm sure, it's a healthy competition if states of our country actually, enter into a competition to attract investments. It gives us that much more motivation to re-engineer our processes. Our guidance bureau has recently seen a new officer being appointed, and it's in the process of being restructured.
This high quality manufacturing, you have to be in Tamil Nadu or close to Tamil Nadu, and it's very clear. I don't think there are many engineering, manufacturing, auto industries will seriously find any other places so convenient as this. You know all the stuff. And Chennai is actually a very livable city, and I'm also happy that Credai has actually made it better. Your members have really made Chennai a better city, because Chennai used to be lagging behind in housing development, high quality housing, but I see a very big shift. And I'll give you one simple example. In our MOU in 1997, and I think so is with the MOU which Hyundai signed in '95. That housing complex has to be developed by the government is there as one of the conditions. Now, of course, now I just discovered there's a very nice housing complex. I don't know if it's ETA or somebody who have developed it. And the other day I was surprised that people just were so where they're just walking across the highway and then they found this. So this is far better. It saves us commute time. So therefore, I think it's happening. But I would say that this whole development that is taking place in the Oragadam, Mandalore, and the whole belt, I think it's really a credible opportunity. And I just did the numbers. I think we probably need eventually about 15 to 20,000 middle income houses, middle and high income, not very high, super high luxury, but middle and high income houses, which can be needed there. And therefore, I'm not so sure, and I have seen some kind of sporadic attempts at trying to connect up come there. I think a very systematic attempt to tap this potential by the Credai members can make a difference.